Good morning, class 6. I'm Anil Bhagat, your science teacher from Modern International School, Hiswa. Welcome back to our e-learning program. Today, in this video lecture, we will discuss about chapter 5, that is separation of substances. In this chapter, in the earlier lectures, we had discussed that in our day-to-day life, we separate things from each other. Then we had discussed that why do we need to separate things from each other. Then we come to know the different methods for separation of things from each other or from the mixture. The first method we had discussed is hand picking, and the second one we had discussed was winnowing. I hope you are able to understand these two processes. Now today we will discuss the next two processes. The first process is called threshing and the second one is sieving. So under this process called threshing, what happened? Normally grains are separated from the stalk by this process, and this process is used in three different ways. So what is threshing? The process of separating grains from husk or chaff is called threshing. So after harvesting of crops from the field, especially paddy crop, there are so many small grains are there. It is not like guava or mango that we pluck from the tree, but it is very small grains, and number is huge, which is attached with the stalk. So to separate them from their stalk, it's a lot difficult work. So this process used by the farmers to separate grains from the husk. So how do? They take the stalk and start beating it on a raised platform of wood, or sometimes by a stick. They beat the stalks and they bound the grains to free from the stalk. So beating by a stick or a strong bamboo type of thing. So this will remove the grain from the stalk. The next thing, they use bullocks and they use machines also to separate grains from the stalks. So this process is called threshing. The next process which we discussed today is called sieving. In this process we need an instrument or equipment called sieve. So sieve is a device with many small holes in it. Sieve is a device with many small holes in it, and these small holes allow the smaller particles to pass through these holes but don't allow the bigger ones. So the smaller particles will be separated from the mixture by the help of sieve. Now comes the process of sieving. So what is sieving? The process by which we separate two solid type of particles which are of different size. One is small and the other one is bigger. So simply the process by which we separate solid constitutes of a mixture which differ in sizes. So here the best example, that is at our home, our mother, before cooking chapati at home, they use a small sieve to separate the bran and other impurities from the flour, from the atta, or you can say from the flour, and they remove that bran or any type of impurities by the help of this sieving, because the size of the particles of the flour is very minute. So sieve allow these minute particles to pass through these holes, but don't allow the bran and other impurities to pass from that. So it is like two different size of particles. The smaller particles will pass from the hole and the bigger ones is stuck. So sieve, that is a device or equipment or instrument which separate the bigger particles from the smaller ones. So this is a process called sieving. At the construction site you also see that sieve is there, and we separate the sand and small stones from the sand, and this sand is used for the construction purpose. So this is the way we use sieving. There is a activity number 4 in which we are using sieve and floor, and we separate the impurities from the floor by the help of this sieve or by the process of sieving. So sieving is only applicable when in a mixture two different size particles are present. I hope class you are able to understand these two topics, that is threshing and sieving. Any problem, ask me class. I will help you. Have a great day. Be safe at home. Thank you.